Hello, this is Virginia. Welcome to my stamp room. Today we're going to make a no-line watercoloring, and it is going to be easy because I'm making it faux no-line watercoloring. So I'm using this stamp set from Penny Black. For this project, you will need a stamp positioner. Something like Fiskars stamp press will work. Or you could use a MISTI like I'm using. And for a large clean stamp, you will have to remove this black foam that comes with a set, and it will work perfectly. And first, I have this cut watercolor paper, 140-pound Canson, and I position it to the way I want it, and going to stamp it with khaki. You could use distress ink antique linen for this purpose as well, just like many no-line watercoloring. So let's get started. As long as you can see the line, I think it comes out really nicely. I don't need to double stamp it. And so my second process is to use clear embossing. So we will need a powder tool, and leave this paper where it is, and then now we're going to do clear embossing. Sorry, my pad looks a little bad, but it works. I'm just gonna re-ink it a bit. This will has lasted all my stamping years, which is a long time. So now we're going to use clear embossing powder after this. So now I'm stamping this over the line. And why are we doing this? Because the clear embossed line will create a faux line that would protect you from making a mess with your watercoloring. If you like to control of your watercoloring, this is the easiest way to contain each small images. So when I finish, I'll come right back. After embossing, this is what I find. With khaki from Simon Says, it gives you a much darker line. And for antique linen, they actually give a lighter line. So I think I will opt for this because this is after a no-line coloring. But you definitely could use whatever color you want and clear emboss it. And that makes it super easy to create. To create this card, all you need to do is stamp and emboss the first part. And now you'll just need to turn it and do exactly the same like you did earlier. So we're going to stamp with distress ink again and clear emboss it. And I like to wet the flower a little bit. You could start with dry, and again, because it's so easy to color now that you have this barrier created by the clear embossing, you really can't mess up too much. And even if you do, it's okay because it's a free form art, and you can't mess up too badly. So you could put any color you like, and I'm just gonna lightly color it. I also like to mix color, but just mix all kinds of, sorry, it's off camera here, but you could see I like to do that toward the middle part and then just let it fade out toward the end. And while you're at it, you may as well color the other one, or you could keep different color. Make it different if you like. So slowly I am coloring the roses and having fun mixing colors. So I'm coloring these small flower and I really like the dark color on them. So I'm just going to do that. See, you can't mess up because it's already clear embossed. That's what I love about this Lazy Stampers no line coloring. I mean, you could still see the line, but it's kind of invisible once you colored it. I think the key to this type of design is, of course, obviously the color. So I chose at least 3 to 4 shades of green because this really green, the green makes a difference in this design. And see, I mixed up a few shades of green and just have fun with it. I also like the dark, and you know, it just adds so much more richness to all the coloring. I mean, anybody could do this. You could leave it as it is now, or like I do, I think I plan to use the silver in this set to color these white space and give it some glitter and shine. So it's very easy to do. And yes, again, if you made a mistake, no big deal. But you could see that silver shimmer that's in this paper. So it's a little bonus there. As you can see, I have decided to use silver and this light blue to put the layer of color for the background. And I have done some already, and I just want to put a tint of it. So it's not going to be heavy, but it will complement my coloring for this. And so it looks kind of modern, yet it's kind of shabby chic. So that's the look I'm going for. We have now come to the final stages of coloring, and it's almost dry, so I pick out 2 darkest shades of blue, and I intend to do splatter. So in order not to mess up the image, I'm just going to cover it with paper and let most of the splatter will fall onto the spot I want. So here's the mixture, and I like to tap it with paintbrush this way. There, I think that's enough. After the coloring, I'm going to put it on the cardstock, and I decided to change it to a horizontal position rather than a vertical like I did in my previous design. I think this works really well, and I think the image reminded me of French country, so I really like the blue, the navy blue in this, and decided to stamp the sentiment happy birthday with Simon Says stamp set and with Hero Arts shadow ink, and I'm going to put the sentiment right in the middle, and I just need to add some sequins. I like different sizes of sequins, and so I use 3 sizes, a large one, small one, and a tiny one. And this keep the design more interesting. And this is the final result of this video. I thank you so much for watching, and I also want to mention that previously for this card I made it with Spectrum aqua markers. I had stored it in a bin like this, and you could really use any type of watercoloring that you choose. And just for interest, I also did my own stripe coloring. Just be different. So I hope you're inspired by this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for becoming my subscriber. See you soon again. Bye.